The Daydream. The Sleeping Palace. The varying year, with blade and sheath, clothes and reclothes the happy plains. Here rests the sap within the leaf. Here stays the blood along the veins. Faint shadows, vapors lightly curled, faint murmurs from the meadows come, like hints and echoes of the world, to spirits folded in the womb. Soft luster bathes the range of urns on every slanting terrace lawn. The fountain to his place returns, deep in the garden lake withdrawn. Here droops the banner on the tower, on the hall hearths, the festal fires, the peacock in his laurel bower, the parrot in his gilded wires, roof-haunting martins warm their eggs. In these, in those, the life is stayed. The mantles from the golden pegs droop sleepily, no sound is made, not even of a gnat that sings. More like a picture seemeth all, than those old portraits of old kings that watch the sleepers from the wall. Here sits the butler with a flask between his knees, half drained, and there the wrinkled steward of his task, the maid of honor, blooming fair. The page has caught her hand in his, her lips are severed as to speak, his own are pouted to a kiss. The blush is fixed upon her cheek, till all the 100 summers pass. The beams that through the oriel shine make prisms in every carven glass, and beaker brimmed with noble wine. Each baron at the banquet sleeps, grave faces gathered in a ring. His state the king reposing keeps. He must have been a jolly king. All round a hedge upshoots and shows, at distance like a little wood, thorns, ivies, woodbine, mistletoes, and grapes with bunches red as blood. All creeping plants, a wall of green, close matted burr and brake and briar, and glimpsing over these, just seen, high up the topmost palace spire. When will the 100 summers die, and thought and time be born again, and newer knowledge drawing nigh, being truth that sways the soul of men? Here all things in their place remains, as all were ordered ages since. Come care and pleasure, hope and pain, and bring the fatted fairy prince. There is a collective, whether it's a work together thing where a collective consciousness is produced, or whether it's the other way around. And sleep's a very important thing. An important thing that we need to take advantage of, the dreaming function of, if we can. The Sleeping Beauty. Year after year, unto her feet, she lying on her couch alone, across the purpled coverlet, the maiden's jet-black hair has grown on either side her tranced form, forth streaming from a braid of pearl. The slumberous light is rich and warm, and moves not on the rounded curl. The silk-starred, broidered coverlid unto her limbs itself doth mould, languidly ever, and amid her full black ringlets, downward rolled, glows forth each softly shadowed arm with bracelets of the diamond bright. Her constant beauty doth inform stillness with love, and day with light. She sleeps, her breathings are not heard, in palace chambers far apart. The fragrant tresses are not stirred that lie upon her charmed heart. She sleeps, on either hand upswells the gold-fringed pillow, lightly pressed. She sleeps, nor dreams, but ever dwells, a perfect form in perfect dress. Certainly, things can seem perfect when they're not so known, not so indulged. The arrival. All precious things discovered late, to those that seek them issue forth. For love in sequel works with fate, and draws the veil from hidden worth. He travels far from other skies, his mantle glitters on the rocks, a fairy prince with joyful eyes, and lighter footed than the fox. The bodies and the bones of those that strove in other days to pass are withered in the thorny close, are scattered, blanching in the grass. He gazes on the silent dead, they perished in their daring deeds. This proverb flashes through his head, the many fail, the one succeeds. He comes, scarce knowing what he seeks. He breaks the hedge, he enters there, the color flies into his cheeks. He trusts to light on something fair, for all his life the charm did talk about his path, and hovered near, with words of promise in his walk, and whispered voices in his ear. More close and close his footsteps wind. The magic music in his heart beats quick and quicker, till he find the quiet chamber far apart. His spirit flutters like a lark. He stoops to kiss her on his knee. Love, if thy tresses be so dark, how dark those hidden eyes must be. And if you join in with many an effort, at some point you're going to be either better off, clearly, or achieve what a bunch of people may have tried for and failed. The departure. And on her lover's arm she leant, and round her waist she felt it fold, and far across the hills they went, in that new world which is the old, across the hills and far away, beyond their utmost purple rim, and deep into the dying day, the happy princess followed him. I'd sleep another 100 years, O love, for such another kiss. I'll wake forever, love, she hears. O love, 'twas such as this and this, and o'er them many a sliding star, and many a merry wind was born, and streamed through many a golden bar. The twilight melted into morn. O eyes long laid in happy sleep, O happy sleep that lightly fled, O happy kiss that woke thy sleep, O love, thy kiss would wake the dead. And o'er them many a flowing range of vapored buoyed the crescent bark, and wrapped through many a rosy change. The twilight died into the dark. 100 summers can't it be? And whither goest thou? Tell me where. I'll seek my Father's court with me, for there are greater wonders there, and o'er the hills and far away, beyond their utmost purple rim, beyond the night, across the day, through all the world she followed him. And when people join in spiritual purpose, when they're not just lovers but soulmates, the troubles of the world may so fade away. Because it's not just about sharing a bed, it's about sharing a life.